This is Tiffany Hunter, host of the Home Hunter Sunday mornings on ABC 15, and you're listening to Image Home Improvement Live on the StarWorldwide Network.
All right, we're excited. It's Saturday, and there's a whole lot going on, as they say on television, but there's a whole lot going on here at Image Home Improvement Live this Saturday morning, and we want to welcome all of you to the show. All you latecomers, don't feel left out because we've got all the information that you need to know on a whole varying range of topics. And we want to get down to some of our information here today so that people have been actually listening and tuning in and, as they say, Dan, waiting on bated breath.
Yes. There's one of the things about what we're going to address is, we can rehab a house.
Yes.
But let's let our guests rehab their pocketbook.
Oh, see, now that is a great analogy. You need to rehab your wallet.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't leak.
That's right. And again, we want to get into this because I think it's very important, because not only do you plan building your home for your family and your future, you need to plan your finances for your future as well. And one of the things that we need to know, and one of the things that I am learning as we speak, to actually deal with learning the robotic trader, because it is so important that you understand how it works, as well as how the money is actually going to be made and why it's different than the normal thinking. If the normal people were just, I say normal people, average people that go out and they want to start talking and trading in the stock market, okay, what's one of the first things they do? They go out, they find a financial planner, they sit down, they try and absorb all the information from the financial planner and then try and make an educated decision. Once you get into it on how much to spend and what you want to spend it on, okay, then the other problem that creeps in
is their help costs you money.
Well, that along with the emotional aspect of what I need to do, like, is this one better for me? Well, I like this one, so maybe that will push. I'll go spend some money on that one. But that doesn't mean that's the right stock that you need to actually go and, put your money into to make money, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, how much risk can you afford?
Yeah, exactly.
And to just have that money disappear.
And it's easy.
And I saw that happen in my household. Even a fund for my great-granddaughter, it got wiped out in this last bounce.
Yeah,
it was all gone.
It's really bad. So again, you need to find a way to actually leverage the money you have so that you can actually grow. Because the one thing, we don't grow younger. We grow older. Even though everybody says we grow better, well, I'm a believer in that. We grow better, but you need to grow smarter to be able to go and take that money and use it in the right way. And a very good friend of mine of many years in the home improvement business, Gabe Assour, who was on a show last week, we were talking a little bit about giving people a little insight into what we're going to be talking about today with the creator of the Robotic Trader, Ed Barsano. We're going to be joining us in a few minutes to be able to go back and actually use the trader as a tool, much like I would use, any home improvement tool like Dan uses. We talk about a lot about the infrared that he uses in his business. Well, a robotic trader is what you could use to actually take care of what you said that a lot of people are suffering from, leaky wallets.
That's right.
When it comes to trading in the stock market, and especially the volatility in the stock market the way it is now. One thing that I'm going to share with Gabe in a minute is the fact that, with this volatility that's been going on lately, even though we're still learning it, having the knowledge that you are more in control and that the software can actually handle the ups and downs without taking the emotions out, that you don't have to get nuts when you come home at night and have your heart, go through your head because, oh my God, what am I going to do? And you just don't worry about it.
Yep.
You let the software do it because you set the parameters and that's it. But I'm going to let
it handle it, because you're not going to be eating kibble for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So, we want to introduce into our discussion right now the two stars of this segment of the show, Gabe Assour and Ed Barsano. Guys, thank you for coming in this morning. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, Steve.
And
thank you, Steve.
Ed, it's a great honor to have you here, and I know this is your baby.
Well, I've been doing it for, I started development 15 years ago, and, I released it to the public 10 years ago. So it's a challenge, trying to deprogram a society.
Yeah, and you could only do it. You could only do it, like one person at a time as you reach out. Tell our listeners a little bit about your history. How did you get to create the Trader?
I got hammered in the 2000 crash. First off, I retired from Microsoft in 1995, and I figured, hey, I have millions of dollars. I'm done with this planet. And then I discovered that while my wife is volunteering in a school library at St. Teresa's School 8 hours a day while my kids were in kindergarten and first grade, what was I going to do all day? I'm retired. Go jogging, take a dip in the pool.
Yeah, you can only play so much golf and jog so many miles.
I went crazy. I went crazy for about 5 years until the market crashed in 2000 and 60% of my wealth vaporized. And that was that's what started me to say, you know what? The large institutions just, in my opinion, robbed us. And I said, I hate to say it, but I'm going to punish them for that. I'm going to give everybody robotic traders, and I knew I could do it.
So, and now the Robotic Trader, again, is a way to be able, as we said, Gabe, you and I were talking a little bit about this, about leveling the playing field. Tell our listeners a little bit about that, about how does it level the playing field?
Well, basically, you're taking the emotion completely out of the equation. The Robotic Trader, it's fully automated. It starts in the morning at 9:30 for you automatically. It looks at 8,000 equity symbols in 22 seconds. It will execute the buy and the sell automatically, take your profits, put it in your account, and it shuts itself off at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's exactly what some of these big trading companies have. They have software and computers that are hooked up to the stock exchange and do all that for them. And they once in a while throw in some extra input, but the big companies already have that in their back pocket. It's time for the rest of us to get a shot at that.
Some of those large companies have to make $200 million a day just to make earnings. And all it is numbers going up and down. So the secret to the stock market is just keep taking money. I don't care if it's $50, $100, $190. If you found $5 on the ground, you'd be happy. If you found $50, $90, $100 every day of your life, you'd be ecstatic.
It adds up.
And that's the stock market. It's just money it's numbers going up and down. People are making way more out of it than it really is.
Yeah, absolutely. And the one thing that we want to let all our listeners know about, obviously, all this information that we're sharing today is for educational purposes. We're not advocating that you go do this, and it's all for education. We want you to be the person to actually go and check out the links, and also we're going to give out the contact information so you're able to contact Gabe and learn more about this so that we could find out if it's right for you. And that's one of the things that we want to share. Obviously, that's what we're doing here every week, sharing information to help the homeowners. And more importantly, one of the things that we don't give enough credit to, for all our listeners out there who are contractors. And how many of us were contractors back in the crash in 2008 that have survived, thank God, and I applaud all of you who are still out there that weathered the storm like I did. However, you may have been scarred from that because you may have had to take out loans, you may have lost a lot of your wealth, but you're still out there functioning and doing remodels and repair work.
Just like the home inspectors I know. There's quite a few that got hurt that are still out there inspecting and going, it hurts more now than it did before. My money's gone.
Well, yeah. But the problem is the memory of that doesn't go away. Well, how about we replace that bad memory with a new memory on taking that money and going out and having it work for you, and the confidence to know that I can enjoy my family, go out and do my job, everything. You just come home, you check and see what the trader did that day, and there's no worries. And all you got to do is go back, much like Ed had said, the big boys down on Wall Street. Well, you think all those people are there? They're monitoring computers to check and see what's going on. So that's one of the things that we want to obviously, and like Ed, I love a man who's passionate about doing what Ed did in his field, and it deserves a little applause. Yeah, I think so. All right. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have more information for you. And if you're wondering, like, where can I go check some of this out? And if you're sitting in front of your computer listening, make sure you go to robotictradingusa.com. Click on that. You can get a free information kit. Just follow all the prompts. And we want to make sure that we are as educational, helpful today as possible. So make sure you check that out. And you're listening to Image Home Improvement Live right here on Star Worldwide Networks.